Welcome back. Look at you. Look at this. I told you I was coming back today, and like, here I am. Discipline. It's happening, y'all. Silent applause. All right. Welcome back to the Abundance Playlist. If you don't know, I'm Jay White. I'm here talking about my life, my journey with the Lord, all the things that I've learned thus far, and things that I am learning in the moment. Ooh, it's been a hard. I'm not even gonna say it's been hard. It's just been trying. There it is. It's been a trying start to the year, but it's because we've been making so much room for abundance. With that, I've had to lose relationships that I never thought I would, and just lose habits and ideas. Just everything is just complete total 180 already, and it's like only April 15th. So, but it's all good. We've been walking through what it means to live in answered prayers lately, and not just receive them, but also steward them well. But today we're going to talk about something that people don't really expect to think about when they're thinking about their prayers getting answered, and that's the emotional weight that comes with what you prayed for. Like when everything becomes real, like I feel like there's an emotion attached to that. So sometimes the blessing doesn't just bring joy, but it brings like fear and all of those negative things too, anxiety. You start thinking like, I know I've been asking about this for so long, but like when like it's here now, like what do I do with this? And then also like if you're thinking about romantic blessings and like people coming into your life, like if it's the right person, I feel like they're gonna trigger you a little bit. And it's not to say that it's anybody being a bad person, but more so like that's why we was talking about making sure you're already in the position to handle the blessing before the blessing arrives. Because if you're not, like if you're in a relationship with somebody, or even professionally, like in a relationship with new people and stuff, they're gonna like trigger and hit those hard parts of your life that you don't need anymore. So it's really important to get rid of those before the blessing comes in, so that way you're not dealing with all those adverse emotions and things. So I've had to learn that fear in the middle of blessing doesn't mean that something's wrong. It just means that something is real now. Okay. There are moments like God opens the door and then I'm just like, can I really handle this? Like, what's going on? So anyway, this video, we're going to be talking about why our answered prayers can feel overwhelming, how to handle the fear of being inside the blessing, and then how to stay grounded when life starts expanding. Ooh, that's going to be fun. I am in the middle of this right now. Okay, so the main topic is scary when it's real, but it's still the Lord. It's still God. It's still Jesus. It's still all of Him. Okay, so while the blessing can feel intimidated, you now got something to lose. And I think that's probably the biggest reason, is that when it's a blessing, I don't know about y'all, but when God gives me something, I take it on fully and completely. Like a good example of this would be like when I got my last relationship. I took on so much responsibility for it because, it was something I prayed for, because I had never had a boyfriend before. So I was just like, God, I just want someone, to just choose me for once, so I can like say I had something. Like, I don't want to just be completely inexperienced before my husband comes. Like, I need to know something. Like, I need to be prepared, in a sense. So like when that blessing, what I thought was a blessing whole time, should have just waited. But it's okay, because I learned a lot. Everything works together for our good when you love the Lord, right? Right. But yeah, like at the time I looked at it as a blessing, and I just took on so much responsibility for it. And, I didn't even want to leave because I asked God for that. So I was standing 10 toes down in it. Like, I was like, I don't care what the issue is. We're going to work through this. Like, I asked God for this. I'm going to treat this like something I asked God for. Now, granted, I wasn't a perfect person. I'm not a perfect person. I'm a little crazy. But only when you push me there. And believe you me, that young man was pushing me, okay? He was pushing me there. Like, do not get smart with me. I don't know what this idea of trying to humble Jada or get smart with Jada, get cute with Jada. I don't know who started that. But I'm telling you right now, you are liable to get popped doing that. Like, do not ever do that with me. I will slap you. I'm built like Peter. I'm not like the rest of the disciples out here. You got disciples up here that be up here like, oh, peace, love, harmony. Don't do this, don't do that. Nah, I'm from the south side of the kingdom. I will slap the fuck out. See, Lord, I will hit you. I will so hit you. And I'll hit you first. I don't care. I'm not waiting for you to hit me. I'm going to hit you. Yeah. And that's for everybody. Like, you keep talking, you keep popping your gums, I am going to hit you. I'm going to ask you to be quiet and shut up maybe twice. And that's maybe twice. If I say it one time, you really need to be shutting up. But if I got to repeat myself, I'm slapping you for that too. Because how dare you make me say it again? Like, I relate to Jesus when he be feeling like that. When he be like, I told you to do this already. I'm like, why you got me repeat myself? Slap. I get it. Like, I fully relate because that's how I am. Like, don't make me repeat myself. Don't make me say it at all. You should know better. So, anyway, the blessing can feel intimidated because you now have something to lose. So you want to hold it and carry it, and sometimes even hold on to things too long because, you're just intimidated. And then also, like, with that, the responsibility of that thing is completely visible. Like, and it's not even visible in the sense like, oh, you can see it. It's like you feel it. Like the weight is like it's actually like on you, and you can feel the weight, and then the scale is bigger than what you're used to. So sometimes fear can show up, but it's not because God's not in it. It's because you've outgrown your previous capacity, and like you're used to working at a certain level, and now you have to magnify that level and work at a larger level, one that like leans on God more in everything. Like, a lot of times when the blessings do come in, it's going to cause you to lean into faith more than you ever have before. Like, a good example of me doing that is this apartment. When I first got this apartment, I had a part-time job and I had a brand new car note. I could not pay my security deposit. Thank God I know the landlord, so he looked out. But I could not pay my security deposit. I couldn't pay my rent on time. I was like paying rent every 2 weeks with my little $500 check that I was getting until I got a full-time job. I started door dashing and everything to try and make sure that I could just keep this apartment. Now I have a full-time job that pays all my bills, and I'm having clients and stuff now, and it's increased, and I've gotten the momentum, and I'm like here, and I'm good, and all my bills are paid. But like, when I first got here and I first got the blessing, can we talk about a heavy mantle? And Jada was like, I don't care. I'm staying here. I'm not going back home. I don't care if I got to get on the pole. I'll do it. I don't care. I'm staying. And like, I'm still here. I'm still here. Here. I don't care what anybody says. Tisha Campbell did her big one on that. It's the journey. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I wish I was in the studio that day. But yeah, like, it can be bigger than what you're used to. So me personally, I wasn't used to having a full 9 to 5 and still working on my business, having to pay all my bills, all that stuff, having a budget, do all that. I was not used to that. So I'm still not used to budgeting. Like, I've gotten a lot better, but it took time to get good. Like, I remember asking my mom and my sister for $40 almost every 2 weeks. And it's just like, and having to pay them back, having to rob Peter to pay Paul. Like, I remember doing that. And like, there would be days where I would have no food. Like, I lost friends during that phase because like it was so much going on. Like, low key, I couldn't handle it, but I made myself handle it. And sometimes that's what you got to do when you ask God for things, because like you don't want him to take it away. So it's like, you know what? I asked to be here. Here I am. So that. Okay, so fear versus discernment. Not all fear is the same. Fear rooted in doubt says I shouldn't be here. But like discernment says this is new and I need wisdom here. So like me, I wasn't leaving. So it was my discernment being like, this is a new space in my life and I'm going to need some wisdom on how to manage this. But I'm not leaving, so growth is always going to feel like pressure before it feels like peace. And I'm even in that phase right now. Like, I'm transitioning into, I don't even know who I'm going to be after this. Before, I thought I was a butterfly last year. I'm popping out the chrysalis for real this time, because like, I don't even know who I'm going to be by the end of this quarter. But whoever that girl is, I look forward to her, because I feel like she's just going to be great. Like, I feel like she's going to be bomb. But, like, I don't know who she is. I ain't never seen her before. I ain't never been that before. Like, I don't know. And so it's a lot of pressure on me right now to completely switch up, change my routines, and just completely audit my lifestyle to match the one in my mind. And even with me trying to match the lifestyle in my mind, it's still not, like, I have these big grandiose dreams. I'm a visionary. I be thinking way larger than life, outside the box, like everything's big, great, and amazing. And then like, I'm a big proponent of reach for the moon, you'll land on the stars. So that's what I be doing with my life, all of my plans, everything that I got going on. I'm reaching for the moon, I'm going to land on a star or something. I don't know, a cloud. So I'll be up there, though. I'm going to be up there in the firmament. I'm going to be up there. So, like, Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. The pressure that I have right now is just the pressure to become that larger than life version of myself. But even while doing that, like of course I'm giving myself grace and mercy and all that stuff. But like while doing that, it's just been a lot of ooh, I have to get rid of this, get rid of that. I have to lose people, just completely go off into different spaces. Trust my own instincts and like not listen to anybody else. Like I know people think I am crazy and losing it right now. Like I just have no emotional maturity or anything like that. But like what they don't understand is that my emotional maturity is actually grown at such a level that I don't even need anybody to work things out with anymore. Like I don't need to work it out with you and talk you through my choices and decisions. I know what I want to do and I'm doing it. And like if you're out of alignment, move. That's what I'm doing right now. Like I'm literally moving off of discernment. When God tells me like moving with the Holy Spirit, like yeah, I'm doing that right now. So like it's not even that I'm not caring or not thinking about anybody or anything. It's just when God tells me, hey Jada, move around that, I'm moving around it now. I'm not telling you like, hey, God told me to move around. What do you think about? I don't care what you think. I don't do things for the approval of man, actually. I only want the approval of my Holy Father. And him telling me to move, that's enough. Like I don't need anybody else to validate what God already said. God is the validator. Like he's the great creator, the great validator. Like who else is nobody's bigger than God. Like if God's telling me to do something and I'm over here worried about whether or not you agree with what he said, anyway, you hear it? So yeah, sometimes growth is going to feel like pressure before it feels like peace, but just keep going in it. Because even with me like going in it, like I'm realizing I'm learning to not only trust myself more, but I'm leaning on God more than I ever have. Like I'm listening to him like actively every day for my footsteps. And I've never done that before. Like I've always prayed about getting to that place, but now I'm actively like living in it. Like I'm asking him to monitor my steps every step of the day. Like every interaction, everything. I'm like, it's getting to a place where I'm talking to God about it all. And it's just like, yo, I ain't never been here before. So like I said, I don't know who I'm going to be at the end of this quarter. But whoever it is, she going to be great, y'all. And she going to be like this with the Father. It's great. Okay? All right. So staying grounded in the middle of expansion. When things start getting real, right? You don't need to abandon the practices that brought you here. Okay? So there are stepping stones that you learned to get to the blessing. You don't throw those away. You expand on those. So like you keep them and then you expand on them. You don't throw those away, okay? You don't assume that pressure in a situation means misalignment. Now, I want to talk deeply about that because I'm working through a lot of trauma and I feel like and I've been saying it, like my nervous system finally feels safe enough to feel everything again. And it's been a long time since I've felt safe enough to just feel my emotions in a safe way. And like even with that, it's affecting my ability to like go out and party because like all of my emotions are like rushing to the surface and I'm just doing stuff now while I'm lit. So I can't even go out right now. Like I really have to get to the bottom of this. Shout out to me getting a therapist. Woo, it's coming. But yeah, like in the middle of this transition. In the middle of this transition, I like that transition. That's how I'm saying it now. Transition. Yeah, in the middle of this transition, I've been feeling a lot of pressure. I have been feeling a lot of pressure specifically in my relationships. And for me, it has been misalignment because these are feelings that I've been suppressing out of the sake of maintaining the relationship and keeping the people in my life. And I know that because God is just like, it was a long process for me to like work out that I was done with these people. But, for them, it felt really abrupt. But for me, it wasn't. For me, it was like months and months and almost years of me being like, I can't lean on them. I can't lean on them. And feeling that. And not really, like, I try to say it, but like, it falls on deaf ears. Like, because it's like, no change was made, And it's just like, I had to ask myself, like, yo, if there's no action being done to improve the relationship and I keep screaming to the top of my lungs like I need these things from you, I want this out of the relationship is dead. And I'm tired of trying to give CPR to a dead thing because I'm the only one giving it. And like I know it's a couple people out here mad at me, but I don't care Because I've been trying to breathe life into this for years now, and to no avail, nothing has changed. So I don't know what else to do other than leave. So when you're in situations like that where the pressure is pushing you to be a better version of yourself, to take care of yourself, that is misalignment. But if you're in a situation where someone might just be triggering an old response out of you, you need to take accountability for your triggers and learn that, like, hey, this person might not even be trying to be like that. You might just be experiencing like a relapse, like a replay of a pattern in your mind that you don't like. And so now you're taking it out on them when, like, whole time, they don't mean no harm. They just don't know you like that. So, like, be careful with the pressure, because that's where discernment comes in. Like, because sometimes God is pushing you into new directions and telling you to shut certain doors. But other times, God is just calling you to be in a space with him, and you just don't need outside noise right now. And it has nothing to do with the people around you. It's just, you don't need outside noise right now. The only voice you need to listen to is mine. So I'm pulling you away. But it doesn't mean you're out of alignment with the people that are there in the background. It just means I want you right next to me right now. And I'll put you back over there when I feel like you can go back over there. Because that's where I'm at right now. It's like, God got me on his hip. He's like, don't leave my side right now. I'm taking care of you. You need to be still, know that I am God, and sit right here while I take care of this stuff for you. And we reorganize your heart, your environment, and all of those things, so that way you can be a better person for the environment that I put you back into. And I really appreciate him doing that, because Lord knows, like, I wouldn't have been able to do that on my own. I would still be getting irritated with people too on the low, or getting randomly triggered. And it's just like, that's not fair to anybody else. Like, that's not fair to anybody. So, and I can't be a good person to anybody acting like that. Like, so shout out to Grove. And then lastly, don't confuse unfamiliar with unsafe. Okay, so just because you're not used to something, right? Like I said, just because you're not used to being cared for, you're not used to people being kind to you, it doesn't mean that people aren't kind, and it doesn't mean that people aren't safe. It just means you're not used to having those kinds of people in your life. You're used to fending for yourself. You're used to having to get it out the mud. You're used to having to do it all alone and also be there for everybody else. That's what you're used to. But that doesn't mean it has to stay that way. Like, sometimes letting people in, letting people love you, correct you, and all of those things can be a blessing, and a good one at that. And you don't want to push blessings out of your life just because you're unfamiliar with how they land, So God doesn't just give you blessings. He grows your capacity while you're inside of them. Come on, transition. Scriptural anchors, it's the fun part. All right, let me grab this Bible. Y'all, we are going into the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10. And if you follow me on Instagram, then we are reading the book of Job, and I'm doing that on my story every night. But fun fact, because I did not tell them this yet, I'll be telling them this next Tuesday. But fun fact, once we're done with the book of Job, we're going to move into the book of Isaiah, which is where my baptism verse is. So that's why I chose it. And I feel like God just wants me to read the whole thing, since that's what baptized me, so I might as well read it. But I'll be doing that on my broadcast channel only, and I'll be moving everything from my story to my broadcast channel. So go there, follow me, join the channel, so that way you don't miss that. Okay, Isaiah's on page 404. Bruises on the side of your arm. Sorry. We love 303. I don't know if y'all remember 303, but I do, and I love them. She wants to touch me, whoa. She wants to love me, whoa. She'll never leave me, whoa. All right, what does Isaiah say? It says, don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I know that's right, Jesus. All right, 2 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. There it is. I'll be skipping the word chapel. That word be evading me. 2 Timothy is 7:22. Yep. Yes, I'm a poodle. A little bit. It's complicated. Verse 7 says, for God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. Come on. And then lastly, Psalms chapter 16, verse 6. I be skipping the word chapter, like, but the Psalms, ooh, we love the Psalms. Okay, verse 6 says, the land you have given me is a pleasant land. What a wonderful inheritance. And we love those. We love a wonderful inheritance. Yes, we do, Lord. All right, where was I? In Job. All right, period. When? Hey now. All right. So, for the practical application, you have to do a fear inventory. You got to ask yourself, where is fear showing up in the areas I prayed for? And is this fear rooted in growth or doubt? And then you need to ground yourself by revisiting your prayer life daily and nightly. Stay consistent with all of the routines you have. Consistency and discipline go hand in hand, okay? If you're not doing it consistently, you can't call it discipline. Ooh, I like the way I said that. Write that down. Okay, so stay consistent with your routines and then slow down decision making under pressure and reframe things. Instead of asking yourself, hey, can I handle this? You need to tell yourself, God wouldn't have brought you here without capacity to grow. Okay, so even if it's not something that is in your capacity to handle at the moment, you know you have room to grow here. God's putting you here so you can grow into said room. Okay, so grow. Period. Now, drop one area. Oh, wait. Blah, 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 blah. Period. Okay. It's okay if it feels scary. That does not mean it is wrong. It just means it's real. Sometimes it's scary when sometimes it's scary when it's real, but it's okay. All right, so drop one area where God is stretching your capacity in this season. And next week, because we're back on track, we'll be talking about how you are not behind, you are in bloom because God's timing is real. So we'll be understanding God's timing in real time. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things, love all the people, tell them all about my channel. I want more subscribers. I still don't have enough. All right, bye.